Hi guys, the fifth chapter in our series, which is chapter number 7 of your book 1, Linear Programming. This is a relatively easy chapter with a minimum weightage of 4 to 6 marks again in the paper. Now the weightage this year is subject to change. The reason is that earlier the concept of linear inequations and linear programming was kept separate. Linear inequations were studied in standard 11th and linear programming was studied in standard 12th. So we had only one problem of 4 marks that used to come in the 12th board paper from linear programming. Now this year, as per the syllabus change, linear inequations has been moved from standard 11th and put under the umbrella of linear programming only, right? So that will be, all of this will be clear as in the course of the chapter, also in the snapshot. But this is the change, and it will also impact the weightage in the exam accordingly, right? So before beginning the chapter, right, the difficulty level of the chapter is easy and the weightage is 4 to 6 marks. Let's begin to understand what all components make up this chapter. That is the snapshot. So ideally the chapter, as we said, is divided into two parts. One which came from standard 11th and the other which was in standard 12th earlier as well. So we have linear inequations that come from standard 11, and then we have linear programming problem, which is synonymous to the name of the chapter. That is the actual chapter that was there before. Okay, within linear inequations we again have two parts to study. Number 1, graphical representation. Number 2, graphical solution. Now understand that earlier you had linear equations, so you used to solve them graphically, right? An expression of this particular form, where the equal to sign has now been replaced with a less than sign or a greater than sign, will be termed as a linear inequality. How is it represented on the graph? That will be the graphical representation. And once I take up multiple such inequalities and try to solve them, earlier you used to solve simultaneous equations graphically, so you used to get 1 point as the answer. Similar to that, you do graphical solution for linear inequalities as well. Okay, now this entire concept is applied in real world problems. So that's what makes linear programming problems. Two parts of this category also. One of them is the formulation. So we have a word problem that is in front of us, and we'll construct a linear inequation system out of it. So there will be multiple inequalities that you will be creating, okay, out of the word problem. So that's the formulation part. Then we'll be given the linear inequalities and we'll have to solve them. So solution of an LPP. Now note that solution of an LPP is a little advanced than the graphical solution of the inequalities, a little advanced. Alright, so there are 5 phases to solving this problem. You can get a problem in the exam which will ask you to formulate and solve. That is also possible. Alright, so combined problem on both of this can be expected in the exam. Next we have, under solution of an LPP, there are some exceptions. Now earlier in the previous syllabus we had a dedicated exercise to exceptions, but now we do not have a dedicated exercise to exceptions. But what do we have is that a bit of it has been sprinkled under the solution exercise, and therefore the branch out from the solutions. So we have 3 exceptions. One is infinite solutions, the other is when the LPP does not have a solution, and finally when there is an unbounded solution. So we have to also consider these 3 exceptions when we are doing solution of an LPP in this exercise itself. So that's what we are here to study in this chapter. Let's take it up part by part.